What's up, guys? All right, today I'm basically going to be going over the easiest way to make about $4,000 to $5,000 a month, strictly online, straight from your laptop. Get out of focus, dude. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. There we go. Please stay there. All right, so this strategy, I use this strategy. It's a pretty good strategy. It's it's very beginner, and that's why I'm explaining it to you guys. I'm going to be taking in my laptop and kind of like drawing it out for you. But like I said, if you're a beginner and you don't know how to make money online at all, watch this because it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple to adapt to, and it's pretty simple to pick up on. And this is basically like the beginner strategy into what the big picture is going to be when you start selling courses or you start selling your big products, your big events. This is kind of like a little like novice way of starting it. It's still making $4,000 to $5,000 online. Like not everybody can do that, but not everybody has the motivation and dedication to do that. So it is still kind of difficult. Don't like go into this and think like, oh my god, like it's easy and I'm just gonna be able to do this tomorrow. No, you're gonna have to learn a few things to actually get this system to produce. But this is definitely one of the easiest systems and easiest strategies. I like to work in systems. With all my businesses, I really try to just focus down and try to work on systems and develop systems. If you don't have systems, then it's literally, the monkey mind is going to start kicking in and you're just going to be all over the place. So this is one of the most simplest and easiest strategies, as a beginner, maybe not, it depends who you are, but one of the simplest and easiest strategies to make it around $4,000 to $5,000 a month. So let me take you in my laptop right now and we will get into it.
All right, guys, I'm here in my laptop now. I put this little slide together so it was a little more organized for you guys. The quickest way, I wouldn't say the quickest, but one of the best ways to make $5,000 a month, and it's a newbie strategy. So that's what I'm going to be going over today, like I said. All right, let's go to the first slide. So step one is to collect targeted emails. Now this process, it's newbie because of how little the steps are and how much you can actually scale this, because you can scale this to $10, $15, $20,000 a month if you really take your time and come up with a real game plan and a real strategy to implement this. So what step one is going to do, we're going to collect targeted emails. So we're going to pick a niche. Today, let's go with, I don't know, let's go with personal training because it's just it's on my head right now. It's the first thing I thought of. So today I'm just going to go with personal training. So say your niche is personal training. You're going to come up with a free offer. So this free offer is going to be used with your Facebook ad. So you need to run advertisements, right? And how are we going to actually get people off of Facebook to somewhere else to where you want to be is coming up with a good offer. So we're going to come up with a good offer. It can be anything. It can be a free diet. It can be anything free, anything, because people love free, right? And we're going to run targeted traffic, like I said, with Facebook ads. Your step one is to figure out those three things. So once we figure out those three things, our goal is to collect 2,000 targeted emails. This is not something that everyone is going to be able to do straight off the bat. Like me, I can go out there and collect 2,000 emails that are pretty much targeted, but you have to have some experience with Facebook ads. So if you actually really try this strategy, and I know only about 5% of you will because that's just the statistics, but if you go out there and implement this strategy and you really want to build your business this way, it might take you a little time. Maybe, I don't know, like maybe you're pretty good at it. Maybe you just have a natural feel of it, but don't get discouraged if you don't collect 2,000 emails. But collecting 2,000 emails is not really that hard. So you're going to be able to get it. Even if you don't get it the first month or the second month, you're most likely going to get it the third, the fourth, if you focus down and really, stay to the course and everything like that. So our goal is to collect 2,000 targeted emails. The long-term value of each email is probably going to be, it should be $1 to $2 a month. So if you have 2,000 emails, you should make, least amount of money you should make is about $1,000 off those 2,000 emails if you know how to nurture your email list. And honestly, it's not that hard to actually nurture your email list. All you have to really do is keep providing them with value and showing them attention. So basically, a good conversion rate that I would say for getting 2,000 emails would be $2 each email. That's a pretty good conversion rate. At least I know that's pretty good for what niche I'm in. I'm in the entrepreneur niche. That's a pretty good conversion rate. $2 an email. So you would spend so say we spent $4,000 to get these 2,000 emails. It sounds kind of like shitty at first, right? Like 4,000. Who wants to fucking spend $4,000 to just collect 2,000 emails? But this is where we're gonna make our money back. Now we're gonna send them through a funnel and make our money back. So once we have our emails, right? We say we spent $4,000. Say we just spent $4,000, but we have 2,000 pretty much targeted emails. Now we have to accept that we are going to make these emails a long-term value of $1 to $2 a month, right? So we're going to send them in two directions: one, paid Facebook group, and then two, joint venture webinars. Now, honestly, for a newbie, I would go into the paid Facebook group until you start basically until you start networking. Joint venture webinars, they're actually really effective once you start networking with other people in your niche and that sell really high ticket products and that really scale their business as well. So I'm going to be talking about joint venture webinars, but like I just want you to really focus on the paid Facebook group, because this is something that I see that I do, and I see not a lot of entrepreneurs do, because I really don't know why. Like they just don't like think. A lot of entrepreneurs don't think outside of the box. They don't really think to do something like this, do a paid Facebook group. They all have Facebook groups, but none of them are really like paid. Like they're all like, and there are paid Facebook groups out there. Like I've actually seen Facebook groups that that cost about like $10,000 to $20,000 a month to be in to be in that Facebook group, and that's obviously really high ticket people and high value people. But what we want to do now to make about $5,000 a month, all we need to do is get 106 people paying us about $47 a month to make that $5,000 a month. So really, out of those 2,000 people, like, do you think 106 people paying us $47 a month, like, that's obviously like ridiculously possible. So that's our main goal. That would take you to a full-time income. You can quit your job. If you have a part-time job, you can definitely quit your part-time job. But if you have a full-time job, you can even quit your full-time job too. Like that's almost six figures. Like honestly, like six figures is about $8,000 to $9,000 a month. $5,000 is actually really good, especially if you implement this and you actually you're successful with this in the first month or two. Your friends and your family are going to be looking at you like you have 10 heads, because you're sitting at home not doing anything and you're making about $5,000 a month just from this simple strategy. All right, so what are we going to provide in this Facebook group right now? That's the biggest thing that everybody asks. So right now we're focusing on the personal training niche, right? So if I'm a personal trainer, I'm going to come up with a high value offer, free offer to run on Facebook. I'm going to collect 2,000 emails, and then I'm going to upsell them to my Facebook group, and I'm going to show you how all this like comes together in the next slide. But I want to basically explain what you're going to be providing in this Facebook group. In this Facebook group, you're going to be providing everything. Do not hold anything back. Honestly, you're going to be providing. I suggest like weekly videos. That's kind of like what I like. Maybe like 2 to 3 weekly videos. That would put you around like 12 videos a month. Take your take all your knowledge about this one specific niche, whatever niche you're doing, like personal training. If you're doing personal training, take all your knowledge and put it full into this Facebook group. Like this is not buying a course. These people are paying $47 a month every single month. So you need to put all your time and energy into this Facebook group because it's actually paying you. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to put all your knowledge into that Facebook group, post like 2 to 3 videos. I recommend videos, or just knowledge posts that give them advice, maybe some diet plans, everything you know about the subject. You're going to be answering questions. You're going to be giving advice, like I said, maybe diet plans. And honestly, like if you don't know anything, if you want to pick a niche and you don't know anything, like go learn something. Honestly, like if you want to make money in this world, like Why aren't you learning shit so you can provide value? Like that's just completely lazy. I hate when people say that. Like, oh, I don't know any niche. Like, I don't know how to teach this. Like, go learn something. Go really like fuck with something and go learn it and go teach it. Like that's how you do it. Like that's how I did it with entrepreneurship. You asked me a year and a half, 2 years ago, would I ever like? You asked me 2 years ago, would I ever teach business and entrepreneurship and marketing? I'd be like, no, you're out of your mind. Honestly, like go learn it. I put the time in, I learned it, and now I can teach this stuff. And now now it's a lot. It's beneficial. So like go learn something. Like don't be lazy. Like if you're not a personal trainer, if you're not an entrepreneur, like don't think you don't have the power to actually teach something. Go out there, get off your ass, look up online, watch YouTube videos, like buy courses, go learn shit so you can reteach it. So I don't really like that lazy shit. Like just go learn something and you'll be straight. So we got what we're gonna be giving out in the paid Facebook group. We're gonna be giving everything we have, workout plans, diet plans, all that stuff, and also like the power of this Facebook group is they have access to you. So they have all the access to you. Courses they don't really have access to you. This paid Facebook group, you want to make it out there like it's kind of like a mentorship, so they can message you and you can answer their messages on your own time, but like you want to be answering their questions and you want them to feel that they can actually reach out to you and message you. So that's big too. One big strategy that I like to implement, especially if you're a newbie, completely newbie at this, especially if you don't know anything and you have to go out there and learn this shit now and then reteach it. The first 20 people let in the group for like $10 a month. Honestly, like $10 a month. The first 10 people let in for like $10 a month. Then the next 10 people let in for $20 a month. The next 10 people let in for $30 a month. And then you'll eventually hit $47 a month. So kind of like build that up because there will be a lot more conversions once you put that out there. So if you're a newbie, I would go with that strategy. I've did that strategy and it really does work. But if you don't want to do that, if you want like those 106 people paying you $47 a month and you just want to make your $5,000 a month and that's it, whatever. All right, so next is joint venture webinars. So joint venture webinars, they have websites out there where you can actually contact people in certain niches that run webinars and sell high ticket products. And I'm gonna get into that in the next slide. So let's go to the next slide. All right, so how all this works. So like I said, I'm gonna be explaining the joint venture webinars, but let me just get there. Let me build up to it. So you're gonna go Facebook ad with free offer. Then you're gonna go to opt-in. They're gonna put their email name in there. Then you're gonna provide them a value email. You can upsell them right away to the Facebook group. I would advise you to upsell them, but don't expect a lot. Don't expect a lot of conversions because they honestly don't know you. You just gave them something for free. Like they like you because you gave them something for free, but they're still not they don't have that trust and comfort yet. So value email. I kind of do like 3 to 5 value emails, but I have 2 down here because I've seen 2 work too. So value email. Then you're gonna upsell them to your $47 Facebook group. Then after you have about 106 people in there, you're making $5,000 a month. Or even if you don't have 106 people, like even if you're making $2,000 a month, that's a lot better than sitting at a part-time job, right? So from the Facebook group, you're still gonna nurture that email list. So you're gonna go value email. Then you're gonna go to joint venture webinars. Now we're getting a little higher than $5,000 a month. So say you have 106 people in your Facebook group at around $5,000 a month, and you're making, like I said, you're making $5,000 a month, and now you're actually getting people comfort. Now people like you, they trust you. You're putting more emails out there, so you're putting more value emails out there. Now you can go to websites and find joint ventures in your niche. So there's other fitness people out there that run high ticket offers, and these offers that they run, these webinars that they run, at the end of the webinar they sell something, they sell a high ticket product. So basically the lowest price any webinar product is around $9.97, right? So technically if it was your webinar, you'd need 5 people in there, right? You need 5 people to make $5,000. So you take even if you want to build a webinar now this is not even joint venture webinars now, this is your webinar. Say you provide so much value, now you're like, oh, hey guys, I have a webinar coming up, blah, 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 and you actually build a course or build a real product. You can put that product or that course. So say you make a course, it's even better than the Facebook group. You can put that course out there, build a webinar, make a live webinar, have people come to it. And all you need is 5 people to actually buy that product or buy your course, and you're making $5,000. And all you have to do is really just keep scaling that every single month. But now say we go to a JV webinar. So say we go to a joint venture and we contact them, we network with them, and we say, hey, listen, I got an email list of 2,000 people. They're highly targeted in personal training or whatever niche you're in. Can I build a little email sequence to basically get them on your webinar? Usually, most of the time they say yes, especially if you have a targeted email list. Like literally 99% of the time they say yes. So they're gonna say yes. And if it's a joint venture webinar, all you need is 10 people. So say out of that 2,000 email list that you have, that like you, that got your free offer and everything like that, you're building trust with them. All you need is 10 people to buy that joint venture webinar's product at the end of the webinar. That would put you at around $5,000 just because you get a 50% cut. Now I put $5,000 and $5,000 here. I just wanted to put that there just to show you that if it was your webinar, all you need is 5 people. But if you go with a joint venture webinar, you need only 10 people. Getting 10 people to buy a product, especially if you have a highly targeted, 2,000 person email list. Getting 10 people to buy into a joint venture webinar is not hard at all. So all you need is 10 people to actually convert. You make $5,000. You get a 50% cut. You make $5,000 for that month. You can actually just take them straight from the Facebook ad to the opt-in to the joint venture webinar if you really want to. Or Facebook ad opt-in, what I recommend is Facebook ad opt-in, value email, joint venture webinar. That's kind of like, I also do that strategy too. I just like the Facebook group just because it actually puts more cash in your pocket and you're actually providing more value and people trust you more, and you're building more of an audience around yourself once you have that Facebook group, because people look at you like the guru and it's just more trustworthy than just giving them a couple value emails and then go, oh, okay, like go to my friend's webinar and buy this $1,000 product right there. It's not like it's not that simple. That's why I think warming them up with the Facebook group is amazing. That paid Facebook group is amazing. So it's basically getting people really, really cold, from really cold to extremely hot. So at the end, around the joint venture webinar, people are hot, people like you a lot, like people trust you, and they're just gonna opt in and they're just gonna buy in, and you're gonna make that money. And then from there, all you have to do is really scale. Like for the first, this video is basically just like for the first month that it's going to work. Like if you collect 2,000 emails the first month and you go through this process and you actually take your time the first month, like this is what you're gonna make the first month. You might make $5,000 the first month, but then the next month you might do double because you know what you're doing. Then the next month you might do $20,000. So the list goes on and on. So that's what I got for you guys today. That's kind of like the newbie strategy, and it doesn't even have to be newbie. Like I know this is what advanced people do. They just do it at a higher level. This is what I do. There's people just doing it at a higher level than newbies. Like this strategy right here is just simple. It's straightforward for the newbie. Like anybody can do the strategy, especially for personal training. Like I know we talked about personal training a lot in this video. Like that's the example that I put in. If you're a personal trainer, you can definitely do this, and you can make more money doing this than actually personal training. So yeah, that's it for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, like it, comment, ask me any questions you have, and please, please, please subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in the next video.